Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It is international break. We've got no EFL football, no championship football. I'll correct myself to watch. And the reason for that is the Three Lions are playing. So we better damn well watch the Three Lions. It is England versus Malta tonight. They've already qualified, but hopefully plenty still to be learned for Gareth Southgate and some entertainment, at least for us. Welcome to the watch along. Right, welcome along, you lot. And I need you tonight. This may not be the most riveting international match. England versus Malta. It's minnows, Malta. England should probably run up some kind of cricket score and we'll probably see about 100 substitutions. So I need that chat moving. I need Damsterdam, welcome. I need Callum, welcome. Ian, after his disgraceful appearance on the round table last night, Ian was in fine form. Talking about Norwich last night. James, just watched the Southgate interview. Tell us about it in the chat. James, tell us what you think. Michael, welcome. Alex, welcome. I am doing just fine. I kind of like the international break, but I do miss the... look, if there's a good international game, then fine, we'll get into it. But yeah, we may be struggling tonight. So come on. Right, Ben, welcome. Nick Knack, look, he is a member. Hit the join button, by the way, and support the channel like Nick Knack has, and Ian there as well. John, Bake Off. Yeah, we did. I just see Paul Hollywood up on my screen. Too many Phils, welcome. James said he picked the side on form, also picks Maguire, Phillips, and Henderson. There we go. Tamori in defence. Interesting tonight. Yeah, shall we have a look at the teams? And you can get me your views in right away. Help me out, guys. Hit the like button if you are here. Really pleased to have you here. One more welcome there. Mike in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome each and every one of you. Come on. Let's make this fun. Look, not much riding on it. We did it in the Italy game, didn't we? So, right. Let's put the teams up. And you can be really honest with me about how many of those multipliers you've actually ever heard of in your life. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 100% home record with England. Well, that sounds good. He's in the starting 11, as you can see there. So let's go through these. Jordan Pickford in goal. And I'm sure this will come up in the chat because his club team, Everton, has been deducted 10 points today. All the Premier League fans are a bit confused by this. Us EFL fans are like, oh, it's a points deduction. We have one of those every year. I don't know what all the fuss is about. There we go. Pickford in goal. Harry Maguire is in again for England. That debate kind of goes on and on. He never really lets England down, but not in the Manchester United team. Mark Gay seems to have played lots of the games now. I wonder how close he is to being, you know, the starter there alongside John Stones in a 4. By the way, we're not expecting it to be that 3-4-3 that FootMob have got up. We're expecting Trent to be in midfield. So if I click on Kieran Trippier, shuffle him over to right back. They've got him at left wing back at the moment there, FootMob, and stick Tamori at left back and you get a back 4. And then a midfield 3. Trent, who is being persisted with in that area of the pitch for his sort of long-range passing, brilliant set play guy as well. Jordan Henderson, whenever Southgate does a pick like this where it's a kind of a 1B team. Although we're only a few players off the strongest side here. Maybe a Kyle Walker in there, maybe a John Stones, Man City players, really, aren't they? Jack Grealish. Henderson always gets the pick. Conor Gallagher in from the start, Chelsea midfielder. Talk about playing your first team. There is Harry Kane. He fancies some goals tonight. He's probably going to play for the first 1 hour. And look, I suspect Harry Kane will be wanting at least 2 goals in this game, knowing his scoring record and bumping that total up even more. Marcus Rashford, front left, Phil Foden front right. So they'd be inverted wingers for England. We'll go to the subs in a minute. We go to the comments first, and we'll see what you guys are saying about the team. It should be 6-0, ready for an 8-0. It's Malta. Doesn't really matter what team we put out there. There's a bit on the Everton points deduction there. We know this is coming up today. Does that give hope for newly promoted teams? I mean, it should do, shouldn't it, Michael? But all of a sudden you look at it, and if Everton get favourable results in the next round of fixtures, they'll be out the bottom three straight away. I suppose that was what happened with Birmingham, wasn't it? Where they were quite a decent way up the table, weren't they? And didn't actually ever drop into the bottom three with the points deduction. What have we got here in the chat? Dave, welcome, sir. Rubes, have we actually got a Malta fan? That is tremendous if we've got one. Make him very, very welcome in the chat. Suspect Cole Palmer to come. Yeah, it'd be good to see Cole Palmer. Rich, where's Leaf? Yeah, maybe. Maybe one day we may see Leaf Davis. Are we getting a Bobby Charlton tribute here? Oh, I've seen this goal a million times. Is that the one against Mexico? I can't quite see it. They're showing the full rate. That looks like the one against Mexico in World Cup 66. Bobby Charlton, arguably, you tell me, in terms of what he actually did on the pitch rather than his whole career or potential, England's greatest ever player. Maybe you could argue it as Bobby Moore, Paul Gascoigne, Jimmy Greaves. There's a few you could throw into the conversation, but Bobby Charlton is obviously in the conversation as England's greatest ever player, and the tributes are being paid now at Wembley. Tremendous stuff. Millwall boy living in Malta. We've got more Maltese links here than I thought. There we go. Rubes is Maltese but lives in England. I love it. We have a Malta fan. That is tremendous. Thanks for reminding you, about the points deduction. Well, it could have been worse. They survived it, didn't they? Birmingham played ball, didn't they? With the 10 points deduction should have been brought in. Yeah, it's difficult with these points deductions, isn't it? Because I kind of agree with Michael there in the chat. We'll go to the Malta team in just a second. Not like you know who any of them are, but look at those little mascots. Night of their lives there with their England heroes. Tremendous stuff there. I don't really see how, while we're reporting accounts retrospectively, how we can have points deductions at the same time. I mean, you can make an argument that football finance should be, everything should be booked ahead of time, and you set a budget, and then you're made to stick to it. And if you don't, you get the deductions based on that season, maybe in the closed season. So I take the point. I just don't get, while we're reporting, for example, for season A finishing in May of one year, we're reporting for that, over in April the next year. It just seems impossible. The whole system needs changing. Not that I disagree that wouldn't be a good idea. Right. Don't lie. Tell me if you actually know any of these players, okay? So this is your Malta team. In goal, Henry Bonello, one of many Hammer and Spartans players. Now, when I used to play, I think it was Premier Manager, and that really shows how old I am, used to be able to organise friendlies, and I think Hammer and Spartans were the worst team on the game. So if you wanted to get things going, you'd play a friendly against Hammer and Spartans and beat them 5-0 or whatever. All very cruel on the poor Maltese there. There's the captain, Steve Borg. There's another Borg there. Are they related? Someone will tell me. Jean Borg. Jean, don't know. Enrico Pepe makes up the back three. We've also got two Mbongs. Run there, according to Footmob, at right wing back is Joseph. The other wing back, Ryan Kamilzuli. Not Ryan Tafazoli, Ryan Kamilzuli. Midfield three. Teddy Tuma plays for Reims. They might be. Can someone check that for me? Are Reims in the top league in France? Pass. Matthew, help me with the pronunciation on this. We've got the Maltese fan in there. He'll correct me, won't he? Guiamaya. we'll go with. We'll give a French look at that. Yannick Yankum. I'm thinking of Isaac Yankum from WWF in the 90s now, who was later Kane, wasn't he? Sensational. Paul Mbong is the other Mbong. And there is Kamar Reed. FootMob do not appear to have a picture of Kamar Reed. That's the deal there. Don't want to. Good luck to these Maltese players. But, oh, really? Reims, Rich, are fifth in League 1. So there we go. I think the number 10, Tuma, with no knowledge on this whatsoever, must be their star player, mustn't he? You would imagine. Let me just do the England bench, and then we'll get into what looks like some excellent action in the comments. On the bench then for England, Saka. Cole Palmer's already been mentioned. I agree. It'd be good to see him. Let me just remove that. Grealish, Bowen. Always like to see him with my EFL hat on. Watkins, same. Rice, Phillips, Rico Lewis. Be good to see him in there. That'd be a debut, wouldn't it? I don't know whether he's got capped before. Esri Konza, another one through the EFL there. Kyle Walker, a bit of an England great now, isn't he? Aaron Ramsdale and Sam Johnston. Look, I'm sure we're going to get, what do you reckon, 7 substitutions? He won't sub out the whole 11. Willie? We will find out. Let me stick that back on. We're going to go to your comments. We're doing national anthem. Let's go to some more comments here. Do any of the multipliers play for decent teams, Nick? I think we've answered that, haven't we? Let's bring him up again. In fact, let's have a good look at him. This is Teddy Tuma, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which I'm probably not, but you know me, I don't care. Of Reims. Oh, look, he's scored 4 and got 2 assists as well. Yeah, he looks decent. Oh, look, he's worth 5.3 million euros, according to the FootMob algorithm. Don't ask me how much Harry Kane or Jude Bellingham is worth, according to the FootMob algorithm. Isaac Yankum. There you go. Dave remembers him as well. Nerdy wrestling fans. Ahoy. We love it. Lawrence, another Millwall fan living in Malta. There we go. We've got some insight here. Bonello, useless with his feet. That is prohibitive if you're a football player. And Bong Fast. Tuma, best player in France. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing this guy then. It's always amusing when Teddy Tuma, if I'm pronouncing that right, is pretty good. Always amusing when a national team has one superstar player who's way better than the rest. Stevie, forgive my poor sense of humor on your manager comment list. What did you say, Stevie? I get loads of comments on that. You're forgiven anyway because I like you, and also because look at to the side of Stevie's name there. He is a member as well. Hit that join button down there somewhere. Support the channel for as little as $2.99 a month. Really helps me out, and I will get the world's smallest violin. Does help Shaylee and Enid out as well in terms of our household income, which has taken a little bit of a hit. Is there a top league in France? A very disrespectful Dara there in the chat. Malta are ranked below Chinese Taipei, Yemen, Tahiti, and Vanuatu. Tahiti and Vanuatu. I was going to say I haven't heard of Vanuatu. Not like me to not know something, is it? But there you go. Thank you all for joining. If we can, I would love to get in and get an early like spike tonight. Let me just open up the window and hope I don't have the volume turned on. How many likes have we got? We got 15 likes. So you've got, 9 seconds. If everybody could hit the like button, see if we can get us up to 25, 30 likes, get the stream moving. So if you would be so kind, support me and hit the like button. It's like spike time. Now, those of you who are beer connoisseurs and connoisseurs of the channel will know I much prefer this Asian beer, this Asahi. And we went to M&S where they sell it instead of the Co-op. Do you know what? The co-op's actually more expensive than M&S. Who would have thunk it? But we have got we've got my favourite beer tonight. Let me know what you're drinking. As always, and this happens all the time, the lights have just been dimmed for a tribute to the sadly recently passed Sir Bobby Charlton, perhaps England's greatest ever player. I think they're doing a minute's applause, are they? Rather than the minute's silence. And there is Jeff Hurst, who I believe now is the only remaining player. God, how emotional must he be? And is that Serena, the Lioness's manager? I think it's dark. I can't quite see. But yeah, perhaps England's greatest ever player. So if you want to stick your applause emoji, I know we're 99.9% England fans, and just respects to our greatest ever player. Arguably, it's not the time to debate that now. Just a great player and an amazing statesman as well. And he even passed the my mum test, as in, if you asked her about a famous footballer, she would say Bobby Charlton. There you go. So Bobby looks like a great emotional tribute there at Wembley, the house that Sir Bobby, amongst other Sir Bobbies, built, and well, certainly its greatest moment in 1966. He was right there at it, wasn't he? Let's get your applauses up for the recently passed, the legend, Sir Bobby. There you go, Alex. A true legend. Right. I think we are good to go. If you're watching on Facebook, apologies. Looks like we might have lost the feed there. So you probably won't be hearing me say that. But if you wind it back on YouTube, I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just apologizing because I'm polite, aren't I? Right. Off we go. England versus Malta. We are on Channel 4 HD. I assume most of you will be on a TV line, so we'll be absolutely lined up tonight, won't we? If you are on your smart TV, oh, nice opening for Malta. And here's the star man team who hits the shot. Oh, wow. That would have been San Marino all over again with Stuart Pearce, wouldn't it? How close was that? Giveaway by Gallagher. They were so close here. And if this is their best player, oh, yeah, he knows he probably could have easily scored that, couldn't he? What a chance for the Maltese. I don't know what the correct word is there. I don't want to call them the Maltesers. That sounds disrespectful, doesn't it? But they should have taken the lead there, really. Shouldn't they? Lovely glass of Malbec on the go. Stop it. I would love me a glass of Malbec. Slid through. Rashford knocks it on to Kane. Malta should be in front. Ian, legend. I saw Ian at Rotherham Ipswich the other day for Ipswich's annual non-win at Rotherham. Who's the next Rotherham manager, Ian? Let us all know in the chat. Surprised to see Jody. Is Jody Jones Maltese, Callum? Didn't realise. Gareth Southgate is here again. He normally pops up in the England games. Malta could win the Euros playing like this. Well, we'll give them the W in this game so far after sort of 45 seconds. But, well, we're 1 minute and 45 in now. Lawrence is actually quite clued up on Malta by the sounds of it. We've got 2 Maltese residents, and we've actually got a Malta fan somewhere in the chat. Last year, they sacked their coach, improved playing in the Nations League. Ronnie Moore, classic. I remember him thinking he was going to join Ipswich. Did I miss the predictions? Actually, Stevie, we didn't do them. Have we still? Let's watch this play out. And when the ball goes dead, don't put them in yet. So I get them all in one place. We'll do the predictions in a minute. Yeah. So I was going to say ITV. Channel 4 were right. Sorry, Jules. It is a back four with Trippier right back, Tomori left back. Trippier is actually tucked into the position I thought Trent was going to take up. Sort of tucked into a midfield spot there. We're going to see this Timu chance there. Do you know what scuppers him? You can see on the replay there. He just has to wait for the ball to get in front of him. I reckon if that ball had a little bit more pace on it and it had just been right into his path, I reckon he sticks that in to the corner, doesn't he? Right, let's do predictions. I'm sure we'll get some wild ones. I will actually allow the 8-0 ones up on the screen today. I don't think they're silly when it's England-Malta. Get your predictions in. You've got 16 seconds. Stick the teams in as well rather than just the scoreline so we know exactly what's happening. Get your predictions in for England-Malta. In fact, should we see this out? And Bong gets down the side tomorrow. He knocks out. Right, get your predictions in. Go. So that was Paul and Bong, who looks like he's limping, who's just gone down the right there. Malta get it into the box again. I don't know why I'm laughing. They'll probably take the lead at some point. And England come away with it with Trent. We'll get your predictions up. You've still got time. And a clear pullback from Timu, the star player, who couldn't cope with Trent there, could he? Had to pull back on his arm. Right, let's get some predictions up on the screen. What have we got here? 5. There you go. There's always one that's sillier than needs to be. There you go. 20, Ben. Well done. 5-5, 4-1, 4-0, 6-1, 5-0, 3-1. There you go. A few of you got Malta to score. 1-0 win. Got to get that clean sheet. 1-0, 3-1, 1-0, 5-1. 2-2. Give us some goals, please, for goodness sake. Liam Richardson, new favourite. I spent the afternoon with Liam Richardson at ITV last season. Really enjoyed it, actually. Taught me a lot, especially about League One hybrid management, which we were talking about a lot on the Ipswich podcast. So, yeah, I learned a lot from sitting with Liam Richardson. He has a magnificent set of teeth as well. I don't know how much they cost him. Clang. There it is. I'm having it. Am I going to the Millwall game on the 29th? At Ipswich? I should be actually, Alex. Is that Wednesday night? I reckon I'll make it. Bad news for Tuesday night games is that the little theatre thing for the toddlers is on Tuesday, and I particularly want Enid to go to that. So that might take precedence. I might still be able to make like Watford and Luton, Leicester and Coventry my most local ones, but it might be a struggle to get down to Ipswich for Tuesday night games if Enid's doing that. But more important things than Tuesday night EFL games, isn't there? Wednesday night, yeah. I reckon I'll be there. Alex, are you going? Should be a good one, that. See what Joe Edwards is made of. Beza. Evening, Beza. Look by his name, another member. Thank you so much, Beza. Please do. I know a lot of you super chat. If you join up, that's the same as doing a super chat every single month, and you get to join the roundtable conversations. You come on at half time in one of these as well. If you want, we haven't had a guest on for a while, actually, have we? Liam. Welcome, sir. Free Falling. What a great Tom Petty song that is. 'Cause I'm free. You got to kind of sing it out of tune, haven't you? That's why I did it like that. We need to pass the ball before they try it and foul us. Will help, won't it? Here comes Foden. Foden into the box. Foden. Ooh, and it's a very jammy opening goal for England. I think going to go down as an own goal of Pepe. And 7 minutes in, it is England 1, Malta 0. Pick that one apart, you lot, down there in the comments. 1-0. I mean, I almost feel sorry for Malta there. You kind of want them to stay in the game a little while. That is so unlucky. They let Foden get away. Look at that. I mean, let's be fair. It's horrendous from the keeper once it takes the deflection because he's well positioned. I mean, to be fair to the keeper, he doesn't know it's coming, but he could get behind it. Foden looks pretty embarrassed, doesn't he? And poor old Pepe is going to get the own goal. It's England 1, Malta 0. Let the floodgates open, but yeah, Malta have probably been the better side so far. England in the Maltese box for the first time, and they take the lead, the first of probably many goals tonight. Incredible luck. We do not want to use our luck, Callum, against Malta. Can we get some luck against France, please, in the Euros, or Spain, or Germany, or any of the big nations? Yay. Foden was electric there. Yeah, his pace was good. Wasn't he? Keeper probably should still have kept out. Keeper weren't expect. Yeah, gets a full glove on it. Did he spill it? Absolutely. Please join in on the roundtables and the WhatsApp group. Entertaining roundtable. Yeah, thank you. Dave. Dave has not got member by his name because he's a proper old school Patreon member. Sorry, it sounds like I'm on the plug run today, doesn't it? But yeah, he was in the watch along tonight. Beza, don't start me on the Travelling Wilburys. I reckon that first Travelling Wilburys album might even be in my, if I had to take 10 albums with me to a desert island. Here comes Mbong, excuse me, Mbong, I said Mbo, drives at the defence and smashes that one over the bar. It's poor from Maguire, gives it away. Do you know what? I'm going to say exactly the same thing I said about the last chance. Who's the 6? Guillemire. If he sticks that in front of Mbong, he gets a much better run at that. He might not even have a defender in the way for the shot. And he smacks it over the crossbar. Apparently, the Malta goalie was with Hibs in 2014-15. I don't like 2014-15 as a season. That's when Ipswich were top going into the new year and lost in the playoffs to Norwich. Ouch. That's tremendous, Rich. Keeper didn't handle with care the deflect. I'm so tired of being lonely. That was supposed to be Roy Orbison. Everybody. That's Bob Dylan. I can't do George Harrison. Who else is in that band? Jeff Lynne. Yeah, no, I can only do Bob Dylan and Roy Orbison. Millions. Love Roy Orbison. What's the other Travelling Wilburys? Well, it's all right. Riding along in the breeze. And then, Roy Orbison comes in and you think the other guys are good singers. And, oh, my God, that guy's voice. Anyway, comments on the football. Stop talking about the Travelling Freddie Wilburys. What a band. What an album. 14-15. The likes of Chambers and Scoos. Well, we had Luke Chambers at our Blue Monday live event, actually. He was banging value, I tell you. What a night that was. Trippier. Across it goes to Maguire. Oh, don't talk to me about the rocking chair either. That will make me cry, honestly. So sad. Chambo is a lovely man. Very charismatic man as well. Well, go figure, he was a captain in a football team for most of his career, wasn't he? But yes. Could certainly make a lot of money out of doing media, that bloke. Trent goes down the line. And I'm going to answer the question that I've been asked more times than any other question in the last few weeks. Do I think Ipswich will hang on to top 2 place, Ben? I don't think they will long term, no. I think the 3 year one parachute teams will be the top 3. But what Ipswich are doing at the moment is utterly fantastic. And I will be so proud of them if they're anywhere near the top of the table. Been absolutely fantastic. This is very dull, says James. Maybe I need to talk about the game a bit more than... what year was that first Wilburys album? Like 86 or 88 or something like that? Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. If you lead the life you please. Oh, stop it. Tamori to Maguire. Sack Ben for being disloyal. Get out. I'm cancelled. Again. Anyone else think Taylor Harwood Bellis? I think he'll get in there in the end, won't he? He needs to play in the Premier League, though. Doesn't he? John, that's terrible. Anyone else waiting for the Maguire cock-up? We've already had it, haven't we? He gave the ball away there in Malta, as you can imagine. Did not capitalise. Agreed. Need to improve. I think that's a bit of a misnomer. Free falling about the Ipswich defence. I don't think it's as bad as people think. I know there's been a lot of high scoring games, but away from home they're tight as anything. More 1-0 wins than anybody. So yeah, I think it's probably more a balance issue, isn't it? Maguire to Tamori. Keep your comments coming, guys. It may not be the most riveting match in the history of international football or any football. That's the cock-up you meant. Well, hopefully that's the last one, John, isn't it? First Wilbury's album was 88. Classic. One more question. Someone asked, how old was Roy Orbison then? Because he still sounded bloody amazing. 15 minutes in, and other than own goal, we've done nothing. Now, normally I would moan about negativity, but that's probably true, Knick-Knack, isn't it? Gallagher goes down. I thought he was going to get a free kick then. He does not. And Joseph Mbong tries to play out from right wing back. Rashford closes him down. He's going to run for a Malta goal kick. Well, there you go. Even if I don't tip Ipswich for the top two, I think we can all establish that Neil Warnock knows more about football than all of us here and in the chat. So we'll go with Neil Warnock and say I am wrong there. Haircut, if Ipswich got... Why would I get my haircut, Ollie? Honest to God. Women literally didn't speak to me until I had nice long hair. Try it. So no, I'm not cutting it. Not that I'm a lovely woman and a lovely family now, just to disclaim that, obviously. But Ipswich fourth in grow longer, if anything. There you go. Will Bellingham be playing in the next game? I suspect they'll go stronger for North. It's North Macedonia away on Monday, isn't it? Only 52. Interesting. Michael Jackson or Elvis? I've got to go. Dug yourself into. Yeah, totally did. Fair comment, Ollie. Yeah, I'll give you the W on that one, Ollie. I'll take the L. It's a fleeting win for you there, mate. I'll be back. Don't you worry. Into the channel for Kane. Oh, nice hold up by Kane. Knocked back. Trent. Oh, if Trent had knocked that around. Oh, don't give that away there, matey. That was Borg, wasn't it? Who's the sixth? Sorry, Guillaume. If he knocked it around in there, it was a surefire penalty, wasn't it? For goodness sake. Don't watch the snooker, Knick-Knack. Stay with us. Remember Richard Wright's England debut against... If you allow me to do another name drop, I saw Richard Wright the day after that match. He was in hiding, Richard, at a place very close to my heart that you'll know exactly where I mean, near where I used to live. And he was quite chipper, surprisingly, considering he'd probably just put the kibosh in his international career with a pretty bad performance. Tamori, Maguire. Don't watch the darts, James. Stay with us. Watch the footy. Goals incoming. Here's Foden, Rashford. Foden into the box. Foden early cross, easy gather for Bonello in a goal. Ipswich will lose 3 players in January. Yes. And one of them is Morsey, which is, yeah, Very, very bad news. Don't underestimate Ipswich. No, you've got that wrong, Dempsey, though. What you mean is don't overestimate Ipswich, ever. Have to go Elvis. Oh, don't get me wrong. You're talking a 1A and a 1B there, aren't you? Michael Misford. Coventry. Yes, he was a Malta player as well, wasn't he? Do you know what? They've got a load of space here now, Malta, down the left. A little slide in front is hopeless. Mind you, so is the clearance from England. Although the Maltese have got it back with Jean Borg. Don't know whether it's a Jean or a John. Look at Malta playing out from the back. This is 2023. 0 shots after 18 minutes. Of course, Martin. The goal wasn't a shot, was it? It was an own goal. Fair comment. Morsey hasn't been called up. Yeah, that's a fair point, isn't it? I like Morsey, though. Great to see Morsey doing so well. Fond of the lad when he was at Borough. Yeah. Was it Beza? Was it Warnock? Warnock? Did Warnock not fancy him? I'm really surprised by that. Or did they sell him from under his nose? Ollie, you gave us the hardest game we've had all season. Oh, you're a Sunderland fan, Ollie. Okay. We missed the treat. Yeah, Broadhead is a bloody player, isn't he? Enjoy him while he's with us, I think. But yeah, tell me about your boys though, Ollie. I'm just doing my updated 1 to 24s, and yeah, I think I'm going to be going like that with Sunderland. Put it that way. Chair, yeah, he'll be off to AFCON, won't he? Here is Trippier, Henderson, Trippier, Henderson. Good carry by him. That's a blatant body check on Jordan Henderson. Free kick, England. Rusin looking good. Yeah, we covered the watch along, didn't we? We did the Birmingham game. Hit the post, didn't he? He was unlucky. James will be down the down arrow to the bottom of the table. Well, I must admit, I did have Birmingham 10th, and it's not looking that way now, James, is it? Annoyingly, everything's stalled. This game's stalled a little bit. Keep the chat going. You're entertaining. We'll entertain each other. Come on, England. Go savage on these boys. Give me 4, give me 5. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Oh. Metallica, everybody. Trippier, I thought he did keep that in, yeah. Cleared out. Trent gets a head on it. Malta are playing all right, actually, aren't they? Henderson wins it back. Probably going to run out of energy, aren't they? Tuma. And slid back out to the star man, the 10, who probably plays with a significantly higher level of player. No disrespect to the other Malta players. And Bong comes down the right, and England can't get out, actually, can they? Nice take on the chest there by Isaac Yankum. A little slide through looking from a Bong. Tamori does well. Guimaya. Pretty hefty tackle there on Fikayo Tamori. And the ref deals with that fairly expediently and gets the yellow card out. Yeah, he just catches him, doesn't he? Paul and Bong, the striker. Ouch. Yellow card for Mbong. Michael, with Everton's points deduction, will a transfer embargo be implemented? No. No, it won't. So essentially, they're being punished for the period that they overspent for. So no, I think it would just be a points deduction, won't it? I think I'm right in saying that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recall embargoes being slapped on teams that had breached the spending limit. Could be wrong about that. Who's had embargoes? Reading. But they never breached the actual spending limit. They were just not paid. Anyway, yeah, I don't know actually. We'll see if the Premier League do it any different than the EFL. Trippier down the right. Trippier crosses in. Probably our best crosser, Trippier. Or maybe Trent is, but not the best ball in. And Jean Borg blocks that one out after a lovely little dribble by Foden. It's going to be a corner to England. It's Chris at Wembley, is he? Josh, as well, of this parish, one of our Patreons, is there tonight. To be fair, he goes to all the England games. What's going on in the box there? Henderson is holding his arms up. He's in a bit of a clinch with Steve Borg. Having a good smile there, the two captains. Oh, no, beg your pardon. Kane's the captain, isn't he? So we're getting a bit handsy in the box here. They're going to concede a penalty, Malta, if they're not careful. In comes the corner, as is always the case with England corners. Harry Maguire gets a head on it. But Malta are going to get it clear. There are other teams under investigation. It doesn't really work that way, does it? You hand your accounts in and you're either guilty or you're innocent, basically. The other team that's been charged, obviously, is Manchester City with all of those charges. Although, to your point, I guess you could say Chelsea are under investigation, aren't they? Yellow card is coming out now, I think, for Tamori, isn't it? Is that a bit of a revenge tackle? He's just left one on Yankum, Isaac Yankum. Tamori stays down, waits to receive his inevitable yellow card. Chrissy Rigg, and yeah, good luck holding on to that Chrissy Rigg, Ollie. Yeah, what a player. Geordie, how are the lads? Welcome. I am very, very well, sir. You're very, very welcome too. Any Newcastle players in tonight? Just Trippier, is it? Is Callum Wilson on the bench? Don't think he is he? Tamori, clumsy in the book. Bit of an emotional one, maybe, Rich. Just got fouled himself, didn't he? Maybe a bit angry about that. Went in a bit harder than he needed to. Free kick, Malta in a dangerous position. Looked like a 50-50 to Knick-Knack. You've got to get there first in those 50-50s, don't you? Right. Tumar, the star guys, inevitably going to take this, swing this in with the left foot. Here he comes, easy header away by Harry Kane. It's going to be a corner for Malta. Who aren't playing all that badly, are they? When considering we're all thinking it's going to be 6-8-0 or something like that. Maybe international football's just not like that anymore. Oh, Pickford, bit flappy on that corner. It's back out to Tamar. And Pickford gathers that one. A lot easier. Henderson. Trippier. I'm trying to get Foden away, I was going to say Foden's been all given away. Kane is going to win a penalty, isn't he? As soon as he touched that, you knew that was going to be a penalty. Oh, no! Harry Kane is getting a yellow card. Oh, as soon as he touched that, I thought this is guaranteed to be a penalty as the keeper comes flying out. He's booked Kane for diving. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's a penalty. Oh, come on. Dear me. Oh, no. Have they got VAR? Surely they need to have VAR look at that. Yeah, that's being looked at. Oh, come on. That's definitely going to be rescinded if there's VAR. It's a definite penalty, isn't it? They've got to look at that, haven't they? Christ almighty. Please tell me the VAR is looking at that. I assume we have VAR and this is going to be overturned. No. How have they not looked at that? That's mental. Oh my goodness me. Definite penalty there. Kane, keeper comes flying out there. Kane goes down. Very surprised that wasn't given. There's no VAR. VAR would 100% have given that, wouldn't they? I don't get that at all. No. There you go. Look, it's England v Malta. England have already qualified. England leading. I don't really care. I'm just flabbergasted that in this world where it's quite easy to get a penalty, you don't get one for that. Amazing. Anyway, move on. Yeah, VAR in. Oh, dearie me. I'm a bit flummoxed by that. I think I'm going to pour myself a beer. I don't normally get involved in this refereeing nonsense, but yes, as penalty calls go, that looked quite a bad one, didn't it? But what are you going to do, hey? Mr. Wabbit just tuned in. Who scored? Own goal. And I don't think England have had a shot other than that, but they should have just had a bizarre penalty. I don't know quite what the rationale is for not giving that, but Harry Kane booked for diving. Kane into the box again. Rashford. Looked like Rashford fouled his man there. Ref lets that one go. Have you seen that Leicester, Leeds and Burnley are they won't sue, and if they do, they won't get anything. Always get this on FFP bits and bobsies, don't we? Move on. You signed up for the rules. That's what they are. Ref will be demoted to the Nations League. Foden. Trent sticks the cross in and headed away by Borg. Henderson. Well, at least that's woken England up a little bit, that booking for Kane for diving. To be fair, if England had gone 2-0 up with an own goal and a penalty, well, no comment. And Bong. In comes the cross from the left. Isaac Yankum got in front of the keeper. I'm being very disrespectful to Yankum. Keep calling him Isaac Yankum. Here comes Kane. He gives it back to the Maltese. This is bad. 0 shots in half an hour with the best goal scorer in Germany. Part of a team. Oh, MG, I understand why they think that they can sue, but it won't go anywhere with my understanding of how these things work. Rashford. Maguire. Tamori. Maguire. Tamori. Gallagher. Out it goes. England throw. Well, at least they're on top now, England. We expected the possession to be mainly for the Three Lions. That's not been the case all game. Well, I correct myself there. The territory. I'm sure England have dominated the possession, but just not in great areas, and that's starting to change now. As soon as I say that, it's back in the England half and being knocked around the back. We wouldn't need VAR if we had Kalina. Oh, God, yeah. Kalina was quality, wasn't he? Why is it that, what did he have that all the other refs didn't have? Because everyone actually respected him, didn't they? Maybe it's just charisma and authority, wasn't it? But yeah, he was a superstar referee, wasn't he, Kalina? The ball is back with the Malta keeper, Bonello. Around the corner it goes. Henderson picks it up. Slipped in to Kane. Flies up in the air. Easy gather for Bonello in a goal. England is my insomnia cure. Stop it. We're having fun in the chat, aren't we? It's going to be grand. I'm expecting City to be in the National League. Do you know what? The Man City one is interesting because I think that might be closer than a lot of people think on the numbers. Apparently, so I hear. I'll say no more. Infer what you like from that comment. Have we seen Infantino yet? Oh, Infantino watch was great in the World Cup, wasn't it? He was everywhere at every game. I think it was just pure understanding of the game. It was Stevie, wasn't it? But he did have a aura about him, Kalina, didn't he, as well? Something intangible, inexplicable. Is that the right word? Unexplainable? Here comes Trent. Tries to get into the box. Come on, England, for goodness sake. Do we have no left backs besides Shaw and Chilwell? Am I going to bring up Leif Davis again? James Justin, I guess. Couple in the Championship. Southgate loves Trippier, though, doesn't he? Can you explain exactly what are the FFP rules and why is a grey area? I will try. If you, what do you mean by the grey area, Dempsey Doe? And I'll try and explain. Turgid math. Turgid. Rashford, surely that's a foul. I don't know what that explanation is. I mean, I'm enjoying the boldness of this ref, but so the one multiplayer runs Rashford into the other, who just literally body checks him and lets him run. Rashford's just laughing. He's got the same reaction as me. It was a foul, wasn't it? But there you go, not given. Ho hum. Corner to England. Foden swings it in. Easy gather for a Bonello in goal. Opaque. Moribund. Need to say these in David Brent voice, don't we? Great area, as in why it's easy to break the rule. I think I know what you mean. So the grey areas with FFP, if you really want me to go down this rabbit hole, there's a lot of subjectivity, as in what spending gets put into what pot, especially with COVID allowances. And I think that's the big crux of what Everton are dealing with. I think they thought they could stick a lot of their big losses through as COVID allowances, and yeah, the pot wasn't big enough for that. I agree with the stuff in the chat about it being. In comes the corner from Tuma, headed away by Maguire. I agree with the whole retrospective stuff. Foul on Gallagher. He's going to try and keep going, but the yellow card is going to come out for Guillama. I agree about the retro. It's one of the something I do actually agree with Accrington chairman Andy Holt on, that maybe FFP would be better if at the start of the season you presented a budget, and at the end of the season you presented your accounts, and if you went over that budget, you were then deducted points from that season. So we're not, going 3 years into the future and do it on a 1 year. Well, I do understand the whole 3-year rolling thing to give people a chance, but yeah. So it's all incredibly shades of grey. FFP. We had a shot, and it was blazed over the bar. The blazing squad. Mogadon. Why hasn't Leif Davis been given a chance? Maybe one day. Probably when he's not playing for Ipswich. Why Man City never get done for FF? Well, they have. They've been charged. And I assume they're going to appeal it into the next century, aren't they? There's a lot of subjectiveness. Yeah, I totally agree with that comment. Didn't Middlesbrough manage to get a settlement out of someone when... yes, they did, John. They got a settlement out of Derby. So did Wycombe Wanderers, actually. That's slightly different, though, because there was pressure on Derby, and I can't quite remember the situation. Mel Morris had to make that settlement to move something forward. I can't remember exactly what it was. And my understanding is if there hadn't been that other action, he definitely wouldn't have made that settlement, and they would have had to go sort of legal on it rather than making the agreement. So, yeah, good point. Interesting one. Tuma crosses into the near post, headed away by Maguire. Christ almighty. Come on, England. Dear oh me. Games like this is why I love the EFL so much. See you at the crossroads. See you at the crossroads. Who sang that originally before Blazing Squad? Some American R&B outfit. Rashford into the box. Blocked out by Mbong. By God, we've got a corner. Worst England I've seen. Just logged into Channel 4 now. I'm not sure what that shot was. Up, and oh no, the crowd are throwing paper aeroplanes as well. I hate that at England games. A slightly touristy occasion without me sounding too snobby. Here comes Foden to take the corner left-footed. In it goes. We all fall down. And has Tomori had a foul given against him? I don't know what he's given here. Has he given a penalty? No. I wouldn't put it past this ref, though. He seems to be giving the entire polar opposite decision I would give for everything. The crowd are bored. Knick-knack, we're all bored, aren't we? We're trying our best here. Need some booze to... Well, we don't like booze, do we? There you go. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Now you're talking my era of music. What year was that, somebody? Like 93 or something? Is England v Malta a similar stature to Australia v Bangladesh? Good shout, that. More touristy than a Man United home game. That's a hard call, isn't it? I went to Man United a few times a couple of years ago, working for another YouTube channel, not mine actually. And yeah, they're very touristy. But to be fair, I was one of the tourists, wasn't I? 95. Damn. So close. Watching England is so boring. I made my wife a cup of tea during the game. Anyone else? I mean, I'd love a cup of tea. What I would love more is an Asahi beer, or for someone to hit the join button down there and support the channel. That would be tremendous, wouldn't it? At least I'm bored living in the Mediterranean. There you go. Trippier coming down the right, inside to Maguire. Trippier, Henderson. It's all in front of a Malta. Tamori, given away, but well, not given away by Gallagher, played behind Rashford. Rashford knocks it back in to Tamori, and it goes back to Gay, and it's all very bloody boring. Oh dear. My good friend Felipe has come to the UK and has gone to this game because I recommended it. Oh dear. What's your wrong? What can I do? As always on watch-alongs, I am not responsible for the entertainment here. England obviously have already qualified for the Euros. They qualified in the last game. So this is a dead rubber. But you would think they still could have put on a bit more of a show than this. What am I going to do, hey? I've never done a watch-along. Something better to watch than this game. Well, I'm trying, Clembu. I'm trying. I'm going to swear. It is a bit shite, though, isn't it? Gay, Rashford. 1 minute of stoppage time. Get to the bar, everyone. Go and get yourself an £8 pint of Carlsberg or whatever it is at Wembley. I can't remember. Players to tunes on the keyboard. There, don't start me on my synthesizer woes at the moment. Oh, is that Doggy Doo? Excellent. He's Doggy Doo is doing a great service on the channel, marking all my bold predictions, which are mainly wrong, but that's not the point. It's supposed to be fun, isn't it? But we do appreciate that. We could be watching Children in Need on this day of laughter. 10 seconds to half time, and then we can just talk about something else, can't we? As the paper aeroplanes rain down. Oh, how I wish it would rain down. And bong. And it's half time. England lead 1-0. Malta could have probably been in the lead in about 25 seconds. Remember that? Tuma, maybe a bit cold, just stuck it wide of the post. Muggy own goal. England take the lead. A rather bizarre non-penalty for Harry Kane. And I assume no VAR to check. I'm not quite sure why, but that looked nailed on penalty. But Kane got booked for diving. And just a pretty insipid, and I mean, I always try and be positive about England. I want England to win. I want England to play well. I want Southgate to win, all of that stuff. But it's just a bit boring, wasn't it? I have to say, it's almost like, well, okay, you've qualified, just got to get through these qualifiers now. But yeah. There is VAR. I cannot believe, Roy, VAR did not overturn that that penalty call. Without Bellingham, we are rubbish. I mean, having Bellingham in your team always helps, doesn't it? Harry Kane left Bayern for this. This is harder work than the Ducks. Keep your comments coming, you lot. Let's have a look at the numbers. Oh my God. I bet you can't guess what England's XG is. It is embarrassing. Jesus Christ. England's XG against Malta is 0.05. Look at that. What is that? Oh my God. England have a 0. I know they're leading, but a 0.05 XG, 72% of possession. That is the real quiz. 369 accurate passes. Yeah. Wow. And we lead through an own goal. Richard, stick that on the bloody Blue Monday tab. You don't need to super chat, my friend, but thank you very much. £3.35. In fact, that's the co-op price. I can get it cheaper at the M&S. So thank you so much. Cheers, Rich. You can join me and Rich on the Blue Monday podcast every Sunday, although Rich is normally on Thursday doing a preview show. We like to think it's a good watch. I looked it up. He went home to get it. My draw prediction is looking good. Maybe, Stefan. Maybe. Should we go full on Q&A then? Any topics, get them in the chat. I'm pretty bored of that game and that first half already. So maybe if we move the conversation away from it. Let's talk about Bielsa. He's far more fun, isn't he? Bielsa managed to beat Brazil and Argentina in the Bielsa just doing Bielsa things, isn't he, with Uruguay. Remember, you have to win in a couple of years with Bielsa because it's always short and burns brightly and quickly, doesn't it, with the great man. But yeah, I was aware of that. England's Twitter is getting some jip. Yeah. What's the earliest acceptable date to put up a Christmas tree? Well, tell me in the chat. Hopefully no one has one up already. Surely it's too early now. I think December. December is okay, isn't it? Impressive, but Uruguay have good players. They do. So do Brazil and Argentina. But yeah, fair point. I've just asked my wife if she's got any jobs around the house to do. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of hoovering. Put stuff at right angles. 1st of December. The FA are trying to keep England fans constantly in a state of waiting. The moment we win something, people will stop watching. Yeah. I always remember I used to watch Wimbledon, not the team Wimbledon, but the tennis. And I used to think it'll never happen where a British player will win Wimbledon. And then Andy Murray won it. Did he win it like a few times? But you just thought it was never, ever going to happen. Yeah, and it's kind of the journey rather than the destination. Sunday the 26th, get your Christmas tree up. Let me know if you're watching on Channel 4 what Jolyon Lescott and Jermaine Defoe and Joe Cole are saying as we see the own goal back. A couple of weeks before Christmas Day. Could have given Killman a try in a game like this. Do you know what? There's two Christmas trees in my loft. I think when we first got this house, we were all house proud and had one in the living room and one in the kitchen, which was fun and games. But I don't know if I can be bothered this year. We will see. Whatever Enid wants is what we'll get, won't we? Wonder what Channel 4 have got planned for half time. I think it might just be these three lads taking us through the action. Don't make me see this penalty call again, for goodness sake. Sunday the 26th for our tree, but I have a 5-year-old that's bugging me. Do as you're told. Listen to the 5-year-old, hey? Here's this penalty incident again. As soon as Harry Kane touched it, I thought, this is definitely going to be a penalty. Keeper comes out. Bumps into Kane. Impedes him. And Kane gets booked for diving. Say no more. Nothing's going to change. But But yeah, perhaps I agree with Jolien. Would you ever do a Football Manager series on YouTube? Liam, if I was in my younger days, I definitely would have. But I just don't have the time to play Football Manager. You have to commit massively, don't you? So sadly, no. What do you think of the 10 points away from Everton? We've talked about this a bit, Roy, in the first half, but as much as I don't want to see leagues ruined by points deductions, I also want football to clear up the financial stuff and have teams actually making a profit and not taking the mickey. So from that side, it's a first for the Premier League, isn't it? I'm sure Everton will appeal it and we'll go through all of that. But I've got no problem with it. They probably won't relegate them by the looks of the table. So, yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, hey? Up December the 23rd, down again December the 27th. Lovely stuff. Evening, Lola to Wednesday. Who was my favourite wrestling debut? Oh, God, that's a deep cut, isn't it? Well, Isaac Yankem, so Kane will say that's got to be Kane. Goran Ivanisevic was my favourite champion. He was tremendous, wasn't he? Croat, yeah. Currently 20 degrees here in Malta. Very nice. I wish the game involving Malta had equally as high a temperature. Did I see the Aaron Ramsdale dad interview? I did not see the Aaron Ramsdale dad interview, but I'd be interested in the chat what people think about that. England and Arsenal players' parents appearing on podcasts. I don't know what I think of it, really. I can see both sides. Depends whether whether you want that or not. Not for me, really, but free speech and all that. He can go on a podcast if he wants. He can say his piece if he wants. Might not be the most helpful thing in the world, but ho hum. As a Brighton fan, I want Bournemouth to stay up. Well, there it is. Everton have some tough matches coming up. They could be motivated to surprise. Yeah, it's just our three new boys who we've sent up from the Championship aren't doing so well, are they? I'm downloading FC24 half price on the PlayStation Store. That's no sleep for a week. That's tremendous. Has anyone painted their doors? Stop it. We're having fun on the watch along, Peter, even if the game is, as you suggest, pretty boring. Favorite Christmas Day me. This is where we're at. Turkey. I'm a bit of a snob about turkey. Unless it's cooked really well, I don't like it. So easy to do too dry. So I'm a lamb guy, I guess. Give me a steak. I'm looking at my door. It hasn't even been painted. I mean, I'm in a garage office here, so I've got a lovely heavy-duty door over there. Reckon we could crowdsource a championship, England 11. Do it. Go, go, go. Kyle Walker-Peters, get him in there straight away. Ryan. What else have we got? Laugh out loud. Turkey, that's still a tradition. Adam. £5 super chat. You hero. I'll drink to that. Great coverage as always. Enjoyed your chat on Talk Norwich City. Look forward to your inevitable win. I'll believe it when I see it. Still lots of PTSD there. But no, thank you. Always good to go on with Jack, and we'll no doubt do it again nearer the time. As Sports Direct advert there with some of the worst keyboard miming. Oh, was it Gabriel Jesus? Okay, he's good at football. He's loud. I have ever seen. Kebab van for the win. On the plus side, England's a bit crud. Crud is a tremendous word. Adam Armstrong. There you go. Stick Adam Armstrong in our Championship England team with Kyle Walker-Peters and Leif Davis. There you go. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Get him in there. Someone write all these down. That's 3. Leif Davis, he's in there. Get Romain Esse. Where's he playing? On the wing. Get him in there. No way. That's Josh. He's at the game. Legend. EE's partnership with Wembley has served me well here. This better earn me a pick of the Euro games. Well played, Josh. Josh, if you can hear me, I don't know if you've got your earphones in. If you can hear me, what's the atmosphere like in there? Because it's not been the greatest game. And fair play to you, Josh, for being there and back in the team. Dewsbury Hall, yep, he's in there. Get in there. Bamford, no, he's going on the bench. Which club do I support? Ipswich Town, Ryan, for my sins. I bet we can actually make a better championship. Well, performing, won't they? England players from QPR. Yep, thin on the ground. Okay. Who was my keyboard inspiration when I was younger? God. It's difficult. You always everyone ends up with the same ones. Queen, probably, I guess. Johnny Rowe, get him in there. Sam Byron, get him in there. There's too many Ipswich players going in there, Richard. Chaplin, bring back Kevin Keegan. Well, that'd certainly make life interesting, wouldn't it? Do I have any affiliations to any Premier League teams? I mean, I guess to Luton slightly. They're my closest team where I live. But no, not really. No. One club man here. The atmosphere in the stadium is very paper era plain. Plain, thin, very thin, plain. I don't know. Ben Sheaf, get him in there. Who's writing down this Championship England team for me? Oh, goodness me. Right. Are we back for the second half? Surely we'll get some subs on. Alex Palmer. Can we do better than that, Rich? No offense to Palmer. Ben Wilson, maybe. Harwood Bellis. I'll go with Harwood Bellis. Ben will have an affiliation to a Premier League side. No, that would be nice. Metal Jace. Right. Walker and Saka are going on. Well done, Southgate. Let's see if that perks things up a bit. I'm a Southampton boys fan. Your boys got lucky. Oh, I was at that game, Ryan. I'm not sure how lucky we were. That was in Southampton's 4-game losing streak, wasn't it? I remember the one good chance you had. Our keeper stood up and it hit him in the face. But otherwise, I thought we were pretty good away performance then. But hey-ho. Anthony Patterson, he's Scottish, isn't he, Rich? Is he? Is he playing Scotland, Patterson? I can't remember. If he's English, get him in there. Doesn't Saka need a rest? No, get him in there, Nick. Jed Wallace. Jack Clark, he can definitely go in. English, okay, right. Patterson's in goal then. Someone write out this team. It's quite good now, isn't it? We've got any centre-backs. We had Harwood Bellis, didn't we? Anyway, second half. Kyle Walker has come on and Bukayo Saka has come on. I'm guessing, because I wasn't paying any attention because we're picking a England Championship 11, that means Kieran Trippier has gone off and Marcus Rashford. I can still see Marcus Rashford. And I can still see Phil. Oh, maybe I can't see Marcus Rashford. Is that Saka on the far side? On the left wing? No, he's on the right wing. I could see Marcus Rashford. Who's gone off then? Have we changed shape? 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Tamori went out. Okay, interesting. We must have gone to... We got to 3 at the back? No. So Trippier's gone left back. Walker's playing right back. Trent and Henderson are in central midfield. Oh, he's gone 4-2-3-1 then, hasn't he? So... Oh, no, he hasn't, because Henderson's... Has he? Yeah, sorry. He's gone 4-2-3-1. So Foden's playing 10. Saka's playing right. Rashford's playing left. And Kane is up top. There we go. Right, we've figured it out. So we've essentially gained an attacking player and lost a defensive-minded player, if you think about it in that way. We lost the midfielder, essentially. We lost the central midfielder, haven't we? So Gallagher must have gone out then. Is that right? Gallagher and tomorrow? I can't see Gallagher. I should just pay attention, shouldn't I? Cleared away. Trent, Gay, Strong, and it's out to Trippier, who is now playing left back. So he played right back in the first half. And, here's a nice looking breakaway for Malta. Reed, first time we mentioned him. Out it goes to Mbong. Mbong into the box. Good feet. All knocked back. And I think it was Trent who got back in there and got it clear. Right, so I can probably do the team now, can't I? If FootMob's updated it. So I'm just looking at that embarrassed. They've taken 0.01 off us now on the XG. Unbelievable. Right. Well, that was the first half England team. Pickford in goal. So Trippier has gone left back. Walker is right back now. Maguire and Gay. Offside flag up here. So it's Trent and Henderson as central midfielders. Look like Foden was playing 10. Saka right, Rashford left, and Kane up top in a 4-2-3-1. I don't think any subs have been made by the Malta team, but other than the lad who plays in France, Tuma, nobody really knows who any of their players are, do they? So we'll just focus on the England lot, shall we? And Kyle Walker, who is on the ball as we speak. Trippier's gone left back. Yes, indeed, Nick Knack. That is one of the perks of Trippier in the squad. Always good to have a player who can play. I suppose James Justin could do it as well, couldn't he? Always good to have a player who can. Dennis Irwin it. Hey, Dennis Irwin, what a player. And play both sides at a full back. Multiplay good football, lacking quality up front. Had a couple of chances, haven't they, Ryan? Trent, Foden, Trent, Rashford, Trent, Rashford. One-touch stuff from England, finally. Rashford runs it out, and it's going to be a corner to England. Going all posh for Harrogate Swindon. Well, as in, you are going hospitality. I don't know if you're joking. Do they have hospitality at Harrogate? That's tremendous if they do. Corner, England. Lady behind the corner flag is just texting on her phone. She's as bored as we all are. Corner comes in. Maguire, as always, is the target. Easy gather for Bonello in goal. Let's change the subject then, because this game is so tedious, isn't it? Should we do a roll call or something? Let's do a roll call. So when I hit the button, guys, just type in the name of the team you support, and we'll give all those teams a shout out, and we'll see who we are represented by. You are going to have 15 seconds when I click the button. All you need to do is type the name of your team. Roll call. Let's do the roll call as we see Jeff Hurst and Wayne Rooney in shot together. That would be a decent front two, wouldn't it? How many goals did those two score from England between them? Roll call time. Let me know who your team is, and we'll shout out as many as we can. I'll let it go a second. Trippier slides it through ahead of Rashford. Ian, the mighty Rotherham, Paul, Swindon. There you go. You were saying going to Harrogate Swindon. Ben, Ipswich, Vindaloo, West Brom, pushing for the playoffs. Lawrence, give me a meal. Oh, there you go. MG has done the team. We'll get there in a second. Leeds, Math. Bayer Leverkusen, Damsido. Southampton, Nick Nack. Come on, you Saints. Norwich, Adam. Argyle, Terry. Ipswich, Wuffingus Blue. Forest, Saints. Wednesday, QPR. 2, Newcastle. Southampton. Oh, we've got a good few Saints fans in here. You're all very welcome. ITFC, Ipswich, a few Ipswich fans. That go figure, isn't it? Beings there, who I support. Rashford coming through. Wolves, Ipswich, and Plymouth. Excellent. You love to see it. Rashford is down. I think the decision's gone the other way, has it? He just pulls back Borg there, doesn't he? Right, have we got a couple of these teams in here now? There we go. Patterson, Davis, Wilmot's in, is he? Highwood Bellis, Byram, Dewsbury Hall, Winks, Rowe, Chaplin, Clark. I like it. I like it. Give Malta a game, wouldn't they? Hey, was there another one up there? There you go. MG. Davis, Cody, Highwood Bellis, Walker Peters, Winks, Dewsbury Hall, Chaplin, Clark, Armstrong, Philogene. Yeah, I like Philogene. He's a good player, isn't he? Into the box come Malta. Oh, driven across and bong. Look like he handballed it there, didn't he? But not sure I trust this referee, but he seemed to be signalling an advantage there. The real Dons. Let's not get to that, Liam. Ipswich, there we go. Kane and Rooney would have been ridiculous together. Can you imagine? Yeah, you'd imagine in modern day football, Rooney would have ended up. I mean, Ferguson even did put him out wide, didn't he? But he would have ended up not playing in the number 9 spot, wouldn't he? Henderson. Play it simple, Rashi. You don't have to take on 3 players every time. Love the way Rashford jumped for a penalty there. Henderson. Trent. 54 gone in one of the least interesting games I've seen for a watch along this season. What are you going to do? Shout out Leicester. And we'll shout out Clembu there. Oh, his wife's a Norwich fan. There you go. And another Leeds fan. We always plenty of Leeds everywhere, isn't there? You're all so welcome. Brilliant to have so many different clubs represented. Do not drink some bleach, Math. Bad idea. Bonello has the ball. You can. I'm starting to go. There we go. I'm out of shot. I'm back in shot. There we go. We're all okay. By the way, if you want to help me out for absolutely free, you can go and get involved over on the Fan Hub app. All sorts of fun little predictor things and whatnot going on there. And of course, I've got a code, Ben-CU7. You get put in a waiting list, actually, if you don't have a code. So you really do need one. Over on the right there, Ben-CU7, to get a golden ticket and join Fan Hub and help me out there. Been quite good to me, actually, Fan Hub. So do go and support, download the app, because you need more apps on your phone, don't you? Hey. A little slide through. Here's Kane, edge of the box. Kane, a little knockout to Walker. Walker to Henderson to Rashford. Well, Rashford does well. Rashford cut back. Oh, it's cut out by Bjorn Borg. Sorry, I'm being so disrespectful to these Malta players who are actually playing well. Isaac Yankin and Bjorn Borg. And Mike Reed up front. Watkins and Konza. Get him in there. Tonight, that is. Yeah, right. Wordle is calling me. You like the team I picked. Where is it, Liam? Let's get it up. Oh, into the box is Saka. Oh, he's closed down. Good defending that, actually. by Jean Borg. There you go. Right. Patterson, Walker Peters, Wilmot, Howard Bellis, Sanderson, David, Davis, probably Dewsbury Hall Swift Club. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot, Liam. I think Leeds are the biggest club in the Championship. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Sunderland, massive fan base. But the thing you get with Leeds is that Revy decade in the 70s, don't you? So, yeah, they've been good more recently than most other Championship clubs. Haven't they? Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, huge fan base as well. Those are the three, aren't they? I think Wednesday, Leeds, and Sunderland are the ones that always come up in terms of the history and the fan base. Although Leicester have won the Premier League in the last 10 years. So Blackburn won the Premier League in the 90s, didn't they? We got some great clubs in the Championship. Yeah, it's not going to be 8-0, but Rashford into the box. Rashford, back it comes. Saka, oh, blocked out. They've defended pretty well, haven't they? Oh, God. Trent and who was that? Was it Rashford? Just smashed into each other there. I hope they're okay. We need an English manager. Russ Martin. Is he? Yeah, I suppose he must be the top ranking English manager. It's Trent and Rashford just really smacked into each other. I hope they're okay. Trent's up on his feet. I don't want to see a replay of this. Ouch! Probably winded one or other of them. Just seeing that Rashford into the box there. That's the size of it. We have to flag up getting into the box against Malta rather than goals. We're getting a double sub. I think that is Jody Jones. Someone mentioned him earlier, didn't they? For Malta. Out goes Guiama, the 6, and one of the Mbongs, Paul Mbong, the 9. Jones is coming in, and Christensen is coming in. Number 19 and number 11. Rashford is still down. Declan Rice is going to come on, probably for Henderson for England. Kieran McKenna for manager. No. It's he's Northern Ireland, isn't he? We need an English manager, don't we, hey? And Bong or no Bong? That is the question. Yeah, don't talk to me about my history with Bongs. We'll save that for private, I think, shall we? He looks a bit like Theo Walcott, Jody Jones. Right, our Cole Palmer's coming on. That'll be fun. Jody. And he's getting some help from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank there to put his black armband on. So Cole Palmer and Declan Rice. I was hoping to see Rico Lewis actually tonight. I'm guessing this is a England debut, is it, for Cole Palmer? A much hyped player when he was at Man City. Obviously gone to Chelsea this season. Welcome, Jay. Another member. Look, by his name, he's got the membership. Do click join down there. As suspected, Henderson out and Declan Rice, the £100 million man, in. And who did Palmer come in for? Rashford. So I'm guessing he'll play inside left. How's your 3-0 score prediction is looking highly unlikely. I suspect 1-0 is infinitesimally small odds. 61 gone. That's the bad news. The good news, you still got half an hour of this to watch, hey? England 1, Malta 0. Big thanks again to Rich and Adam with the super chats. Really, really kind. Really appreciate it. Still thinking about the bad news. 100%. Good signing, Cole Palmer. Chelsea under Pochettino will get there slowly but surely. Is it not the other? Well, you'd think it'd be the other way around, Jay, but this game is not promising goals, is all I will say. Rice, Trent, Palmer gets his first touch and immediately beats a man. Christensen, the sub. It's given away, though, down the left, and it's back with Bjorn Borg at the back. Cyborg. So unnecessary and disrespectful. I should stop, shouldn't I? Bjorn Borg knocks that into Christensen. And Tumar. I'd planned to do the Monday night game. To be fair, when England normally have a horrendous game as the first of the two of the block, they're normally much better in the second game. So let's hope that North Macedonia game is going to be an absolute worldie of a game. Italy 3, North Macedonia 1. There you go. Which puts them into second, ahead of Ukraine. Maguire. Walker. Oh, nice clip into the box for Saka. Headed away, volley goalwards by Trent. Into the ground, bounces up. Easy save for Bonello. Where's Warnock going next? Somewhere. We don't know where, but he will have a job in the next 2 months for sure. Malta and no mugs. Absolutely not. Walker. Trippier. Little one inside. Would Warnock work as the director of football? Absolutely not, no. He would become the manager within 3 weeks of any club he was director of football at. Isn't that what happened at QPR the other time when he came back? Honestly, I'd rather watch non-league, John. It's a bit of a struggle tonight, isn't it? I have to say. We're trying our best, though, with the watch long, and we appreciate you guys all hanging around. Rice. Palmer. Trippier. Rice. Maguire. Trent. Trent's got it back. Rice. Trippier. Oh, nice little one through the lines there. Palmer is fouled. Free kick. England. Good bit of football, that. Rarity in this game. Palmer looks fairly lively, doesn't he? Looks to shift it and beat a man every time he gets the ball. Kieran Trippier is just telling Phil Foden that he's not going to be taking this free kick. Trent's there, Foden's there, and Trippier's there. 3 very decent takers. See if we can get one on target. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Feel like England only plays. Well, that's very true, isn't it? They do seem to get dragged down or up to the level of the opposition. I'm a Celeb. Is that on tonight? Right. Free kick then. Doesn't look like Trippier's going to take it. It looks like it's going to be Trent or Foden. Foden taps it to Trent, who bends it over the crossbar. And the sense of anticlimax is fitting with this game. Rubbish! What's going on here? There's a ball in the crowd, is there? Pepe, the own goal scorer. Was he waiting for the ball to come back from the crowd? Look, I'm yawning. It's been that dull. Apologies. Rice knocks that one back in to Jordan Pickford. Walker. Ben's too used to McKenna ball. Well, I mean, you have a point, don't you? 40 goals in 8 games or something at Portman Road. Maguire. Back to Pickford. Gay. Walker. Saka. Gay. I mean, it's going nowhere fast, lads, is it? Maguire. Oh my God. Knocked back into Gay. I understand the ball has to be recycled, but you see Phil Foden's just got fed up with it and charged back to get it off the centre halves. But yeah, this is not the one, is it? Maguire's got the same idea and has come bombing forward down the wing and actually got something going there for England. And the linesman's flag is broken. How about that? And here comes someone sprinting across. I've never seen someone more determined to tape a bit of flag to a pole. Sensational scenes here at Wembley. What a moment. Give this guy a standing ovation. He sprinted like he was about to save a beloved pet from a house. Broken flag drama. Highlight of the game. I mean, it was a great sprint across the pitch, wasn't it? Finally, some entertainment. Comms team discussing paper aeroplanes. Dear oh me. Walker. Back it goes to Pickford. Guys, indulge me while we're here. We've got 72 likes. I'd love to get towards 100. Can we do ourselves a lovely little like spike? You always indulge me with these. You've got 9 seconds. Please, if you're watching right now, helps me out massively. Hit the like button. It's time for a like spike. Thank you for all your support tonight. I really do appreciate it. These barren international breaks. It does not help when the international football is frankly dull as dishwater, but we can only try and talk about what we're presented with, hey? I'm sure they're trying their best. Jones gets robbed by Kane. Kane tries to feed it into Saka, but it's nothing's happening now, is it? Blow the whistle, cool it off at 70 minutes. Thank you, everybody. We're up to 83 on the like spikes. Are Malta better than San Marino? I mean, they look it, don't they? Man of the match tonight is going to be difficult. Yeah. Hit that like. I always forget to hit it. Blame England. Yeah, right. That's an insult to dishwater. Yeah, not good. Turn on the comms, and they're talking about paper aeroplanes. It's not been great, has it? Just to be clear, that wasn't it. No, you're liking for me, yes, for our effort here. England haven't been very exciting, have they? Man of the match, yes. I will vote definitely for the guy who taped up the flag. He's my hero. Rice, Foden, Walker, crossed in looking for Palmer. Can't quite get across the front of Bjorn Borg, and it's knocked out for a throw-in. Back out with Walker on the touchline. Best song about aeroplanes. What was that song that went, there were aeroplanes in the night sky, and I really need a wish right now. Who sings that? Was it like Paramore or something? Or was it the girl from Paramore? I'm leaving on a jet plane. That's got to be the best one, hasn't it? Yeah, there you go, Jay. You're in there. Hayley Williams. Is that her? B.O.B. Was she singing with them? I might watch the Ipswich v Argyle 2-2 draw, rekindle my love for football. Yeah, I don't love that game, Stevie. I'm cultured. Yes, you are, Jay. Yes, you are, my friend. As are all our watchers here. Eric Burden, Sky Pilot. Hayley Williams. But yeah, I think I'm right, aren't I? Best songs about... I'm trying to think of a song about paper. Is there a song about paper? Paperback writer, writer. That's got to be the one, hasn't it? Oh, into the box. Kane is going to score. Is he onside? Yes, he is. In England, finally, have got themselves a goal. Nicely worked inside that penalty box. Saka knocks it into Harry Kane, who scores his 1 millionth goal in qualifiers for England. Come on, England 2, Malta 0. Yeah, he was way onside, wasn't it? It's a good goal, actually. Nicely worked. Give it to the Man City lads. Walker to Foden, Saka to Kane. Just played through them in the end. It's really good from Walker, isn't it? At speed. First time from Foden. Saka takes a touch, and it's actually a good finish by Kane because he does need to lift that, doesn't he? And England lead 2-0. It's just absolute total football from the English. They have blown Malta away tonight with their sheer intoxicating attacking football. That's my sarcasm voice. But they are 2-0 up. Maybe we'll get a grandstand finish here, but let's read your comments here. We can enjoy that goal, can't we? No singing. I woke you up. The goal should have woke you up. Think about England there. Well, they did walk it in there. Here comes Rice into the box, drives it in. Oh, wow, it's gone mad. What a match. Match of the century. England 2 goals in a minute, and Declan Rice has larruped it in, and England have a second. How about that? England 3, Malta 0. I meant a second in a minute. Yeah. Unpick that in the chat there. Declan Rice is the goal scorer. It's almost like England's players are way better than Malta's players, and they could have done this earlier in the game. But it's now 3-0, which looks way more respectable than 1-0. I mean, it's excellent from Rice, who decides to just, I'm going to drive up the pitch and smash the ball in the corner. 3-0 to England. And okay, that puts a whole new shine on a really terrible game. Extremely good minute. You can't take that away from England and Southgate. Oh, VAR is going to check that now, are they? Where was VAR for that ridiculous penalty incident in the first half? What are they checking for? Was somebody offside? Was there a handball or something? And Channel 4 obviously have lost signal right at the time. So, yeah, Kane is offside. Is he interfering with play? This could actually be touch and go, couldn't it? Is it okay? He's disallowed it. It is not 3-0 to England. Harry Kane was obviously in the keeper's way there. We need to see a high shot from behind the goal there. You couldn't tell from the side, but Kane was offside. I'll give him that. Obviously, he's been deemed to have been interfering with play. So disregard what I just said. It's 2-0. Kane offside, and apparently VAR does work in this game. We get to some comments. There we go. Oh no. Oof, doesn't play the ball, just gets out of the way. Foot like a traction engine. Yeah, so it's if he's in line of sight of the keeper. Let's have a look. To be fair, the ball almost nearly touches him, doesn't it? Still, I'd like to see it from the angle of the keeper. They've done a low one there. The shot you want is looking down, but we don't deserve to have that goal chalked off. Hits his chest. I mean, if he touches it, he's definitely offside, isn't he? What are you going to do, hey? I was getting all excited then. As Alan Partridge might have said, that was not a goal. That's a goal. Whack. 79 gone. England 2, Malta 0. So we can reflect on the goal by Kane then, not the goal by, or the disallowed goal. It's not a goal. Disallowed effort by Declan Rice, for which Harry Kane was deemed to be offside. We need a VAR graphic. Do we? Rich, all the subscribers hate VARs. Let's not have one, but we probably do, don't we? Do you know what? The official for the day is Mr. Paul Cook. I was actually thinking that. He does look a bit like Paul Cook from the side. Short of hair and a similar shaped nose, perhaps, doesn't he? Foden is trying to chase into the box. I mean, we can see the VAR line, yet we all know he's offside. We've accepted that bit. Is the interfering with play bit we need to know about. Foden gets to the edge of the box. Good block by Bjorn Borg, who we've mentioned many times. Although, to be fair, there are two Borgs, and every time either of them does something, I do call them Bjorn Borg, which is very childish and very disrespectful. So I apologise profusely to Bjorn and his brother Bjorn. Outside of the foot attempt there from Tumar. Not quite pull that pass off. Here you go. Here's our opinion split. Look, one good thing about the championship is no VAR. I think I'm one of the few that's happy we've got VAR. There you go. All opinions are allowed. I mean, I'm a fan of it. I'm pro VAR, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't fill you with logical thinking, does it? The way it's utilised. What are you going to do? VAR man of the match. No, Roy, absolutely not. It's that fella that ran across. I assume he's the fourth official in such determined fashion. How much for tickets tonight? I don't know. I guess you can get them in the nosebleeds for fairly cheap, but I sat up there for one of the playoff finals ones. So you can't see it. In fact, I've been up there for a couple of playoff finals, and not the greatest view in world football, is it? I mean, that's excellent, isn't it? You got to give Cassius a round of applause for that. Call the second Bjorn again. I'll give him that. Jones, Tuma, Christensen. Nice build up this from Malta there into the box, shot driven over the bar from Isaac Yankum. Good football, that, wasn't it? Nice little step over. I think Pickford's got it covered, hasn't he? Could have been a lovely moment there for the Maltese. I went, oh, Barry Davis there, didn't I? 81,000 England fans in there. Fair play to the England fans for turning out tonight. Look, I don't want to be all snotty about it. If there's kids that get to go and see England play in Wembley because it's Malta and, you know, that's awesome. Especially if they've not been to a kind of big stadium before. That's great. So been nice if it had been a bit more entertaining. But they've seen a couple of goals. A VAR decision. Happy days, hey? For the 81,000. Watching live and in the flesh. Isaac Yankum pulling his teeth after that rugby shot. Some of us have never seen our teams play at the new Wembley. No. Rich, and you're talking to a guy who's been to about 15 playoff finals now as well. God. Am I doing... Ryan, I am going to do Monday. Don't worry. It's going to be a thriller. The thriller in Manila, North Macedonia. We might get Bellingham on Monday night at least. Oh, no, he's not fit, is he? Damn. 84 o'clock, England 2, Malta 0. I mean, 3-0 looked like, you know, you could kind of paper over the cracks. 2-0 with an own goal and 0.04 XG in the first half. I know it's a dead rubber, but we've been pretty rubbish, haven't we? I think we played Doncaster at Wembley. When was that, Jay? One of our most embarrassing defeats. I assume that's a playoff game, isn't it? Johnston Paints trophy final. Saints only trophy in my lifetime. Well, tremendous. God, I'd love to see Ipswich win a trophy at Wembley. But we were too rubbish when we were in League One. Although we were really good in League One last season, but still didn't win the Shield. Well played, Bolton. I was at that game, actually. They won it, didn't they? Couldn't get a ticket for QPR v Derby. Oh, the Bobby Zamora final. A famous player final. Apparently, we received 20 million during to your careers. Really? Wow. If that's in any way true, that's a hell of a deal. Oh, lovely ball inside there by Foden to Rice. Kane, Walker. Oh, it's a poor finish from Rice. They're slightly behind him. Really good play by Walker. Probably should have been 3-0 there, shouldn't it? Yeah, everyone's on side. Oh, poor finish by Rice. To be fair, he's half confused as to whether to take a touch, which he should, and then shoot, or to try and angle it in first time. He did neither. We have an injury call. What does that mean, Lawrence? South End Core, Maltese hardcore supporters. Good on them if they're at the game, whoever they may be. Yeah. Weren't I at Wembley at 1978? My dear father was at Wembley in 1978. I'll give you that. At least your team has been in Europe. I have seen my team play in Europe, to be fair. Happy days. I believe my beloved Saints can win the championship. A 9-point gap between Saints and Leicester at the moment. Tall order for anyone to dethrone Leicester with their 39 points so far and their excellent squad. But hey, maybe one of those shot driven spilled by Bonello. Maybe one of those other year one parachute teams can do it. Maybe the team in second could do it. Stranger things have happened. Very ropey bit of keeping there by Bonello, but he kept it out, I guess. That's the deal. Walker, Maguire, Gay, Walker, Saka. Should we try and do it then? Anyone got a man of the match? Is there a man of the match? You know, I'm banning it. You're not allowed to choose the fourth official or the VAR guy. You have to pick a player. Who's your man of the match? It's impossible, isn't it? I can't do it. Let me know in the chat. Who's the MOM? Good luck. Channel 4 are running a close-up of a paper aeroplane now. A nice tight one. Yes, we've got a suggestion. Mark, Foden. Right, it's Foden unless anyone else can think of one. It's not a bad shout, actually. We're going with Foden unless we get a better idea. Isaac Yankum or Bjorn Borg. Gray, Foden, Pepe. In comes the free kick, headed out. Pickford. We got some suggestions then. No great consensus, but that's kind of understandable. Foden or Kane. It's been pretty rubbish, hasn't it? Give it to a Malta player, in which case that has to be number 4, Bjorn Borg, number 21, Bjorn Borg, or number 20, Isaac Yankum. Bellingham, Palmer, Tuma. Dear oh me. Paul Cook, Bjorn Borg. Paper aeroplane. Oh dear. We've lost the plot, guys. 90 minutes up. 6 minutes of stoppage time. No. No. Dear oh me. I love you all, but I was hoping that was going to say 3. But okay, so the consensus is that Bjorn Borg is the man of the match tonight. That is a combination of Malta's number 4 and Malta's number 21. Jean Borg and Steve Borg. Kyle Walker has a throw in. We will do the watch along on Monday. We'll do an updated 1 to 24 for the championship in on Sunday morning as well. And then we'll be back into it next week with the bold predictions and all of that good stuff. Malta have more bongs than Big Ben. Well, they had 2 bongs, didn't they, as well? But Paul Mbong got substituted out for Jody Jones, didn't he? Palmer, trying to get in the box. Palmer's done really well. He's trying to drill that across to Harry Kane. It just gets blocked out. Palmer did well there. Defender did well not to clip his ankles there. You can see the pen. Wasn't for you, I wouldn't be watching this game. Thank you for the watch along. Well, we tried, Stevie. I appreciate you being here, fella. It's not been great entertainment, has it? But we've tried to make it a bit more palatable with the watch along, haven't we? That lady's been on telly about 50 times by the corner flag tonight. Foden sticks the corner in, as with every England set play. I may as well just say Maguire as soon as the corner goes in. It's been recycled. Kane's got it on the wing. And Kane has played it all the way back to Kieran Trippier in his own half. Rice. The Malta lads are still pressing fairly nicely, aren't they? Fair dues. Ugh. Thanks for the commentary from Canada. You're very welcome, Matt. How long to the next international break? Well, we've got the FA Cup in early January. 6th, is it? Can't remember the exact date. And then the next one's March. So it's the longest gap between international breaks now. We've got like 4 complete months, I guess. Here is man of the match, as voted by you, Bjorn Borg. Hope Wales also qualify 2 wins for their final 2 matches. Yeah, I've got quite a fancy for Wales now. I'm a Nathan Broadhead fanboy in and around that squad and team. He scored actually, didn't he? Looking forward to Argyle taking on Sunderland. That must be the longest trip in English football. What's Exeter Carlisle like compared to Plymouth Sunderland this season, mustn't it? Can anyone name a further one? Norwich for Rangers next. Oh, Brazil and Belgium. Okay. At least we get some star power in that one. Four and a half minutes of stoppage time gone as Wembley kind of empties out and the paper aeroplanes rain down. Saka, who set up the vital second goal for Harry Kane to make sure of the points tonight, even though we're already qualified for the Euros next year. Walker to Trent. And, oh, God, it's literally just training ground stuff now. Guy and Pickford exchange passes. Walker. Little slide to Saka. To Trent. To Maguire. Foden. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into the last minute of the minimum allowed stoppage time. Shaylee's mum went to Patisserie Valerie today, and I think I have a cake waiting for me inside, which I have earned, I feel, by describing this rather dull game for the last 2 hours. We really appreciate you all joining tonight for England versus Malta. An own goal and a Harry Kane goal is going to give England a win in well, just a very kind of slow and dull performance. It is full time. England bank another 3 points. And I don't know if that's the number for the entire game. And the entire game against Malta banked an XG of under 1 goal, 0.98. Is that going to change if I come back to it? Still says 0.98. 75% possession, one big chance. Oof. There you go. I'm not going to say much more. I've watched many football matches, hundreds, probably thousands, and that was one of them. And I will probably instantly forget that I ever watched it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Not one that will live in the memory. Instantly forgettable. By the way, we tried our best in the watch along. It wasn't pretty. Got the job done. Evening. Thank you, Dempsey Doe. Thanks, Paul. We tried, didn't we? Callum, it's over. Wish you could get the time back. Sometimes you do. Could have sat with the missus, couldn't I? Yeah. Enjoy the cake. I will. Jay, Davey, thank you. Stevie, thank you. Ian, thank you. Cassius, you deserve a medal. We tried. My man of the match. I can't take that from Bjorn Borg, Rich, can I? Bjorn Borg and Isaac Yankum. What a team. Bound to be dreadful, but thank you so much. Southgate's first game of safe scored. Was it really? I did not know that. What a grind. You're very welcome. Thank you all guys for the nice comments. It was what it was. I'll see you on Monday if you can hack it. We'll get another video out on Sunday morning as well. But I'm going to the zoo tomorrow with Enid, which will be rainy, but definitely more fun than this. Thank you, everybody, for joining on a pretty tedious watch along. Make sure you hit like before you go. Get us up and over 100. We're on 97. I will bid you a fond good night. And yeah, just forget that one, frankly. And we'll see you all on Monday.